A very good morning, my dear students. Today, we are going to continue with the same chapter. So, children, before starting today's lecture, let us see what we have studied in our previous lecture. In our previous lecture, we have studied factors affecting chemical reactions as nature of reaction, size of particle of reactants, concentration of reactants, temperature of reactants, catalysts, etc. And in today's lecture, we'll study about oxidation and reduction, redox reaction, corrosion, rancidity, etc. So, children, already you know the portion which is omitted due to COVID problem that will be cancel out. So, you also cancel out in your uh, textbook. And now, children, let us see some slides here. Then I will explain the lesson, explain the contents. Okay. So, children, here in this diagram you can see that how the test tubes are kept. In that iron nail is put. This activity I'll just explain you while explaining the contents. Now see here you can see the corrosion in different vessels, that also we'll study in this chapter. Now here you can see this instrument is new and it is shining, but when it come in contact with the moisture or air of the atmosphere for the long time, then we can see that corrosion occur on the this instrument. Let us see here. See how it get corroded and how the red color coating is there on this instrument. Now let us see here the you can see the silver and copper. So here also we can see, children, that a black color coating on silver and green color coating on the copper vessels we can see. Now this is uh, due to corrosion only. So these all are the example of the corrosion. Let us see some more. Here you can see first test tube. It is shown that boiled water is taken. On the upper side the oil layer is put. Here in second one salty water is taken. Third one only air is there, and the fourth one anhydrous calcium chloride is taken. So this activity will, and in all these four we have put a iron nail. So we'll study this activity. Now children, here we can see that in this figure you can see that this child is eating some junk food. Now this also, whenever they are you all are eating vada pav and all, then that food, that oil is actually uh, it is having the rancidity. Rancidity is what I will explain you now. So this is harmful to us, so we should not eat such type of the dishes, because whatever we are eating, and in that what oil they are using that oil so many times now. It is not like that way that first they are using, if the oil is remaining they will just throw it. They will not throw it. So if the food is cooked or if the food is fried in such type of the oil, the taste also change. So when the oil or the ghee is left for the long time, then it undergoes air oxidation and become rancid. So that I will teach you now, children. Now here you see these are the oxidants. So whenever we want to rectify this, we want to purify this, we have to add the oxidants. Then this already you have studied, children. And here we can see if we are keeping the food in airtight container, then also the oxidation process get little bit reduced, then also that food is not good if it is kept for the long time. Then here we can see on the breaches also so much corrosion is there. You can see here, children, how much corrosion is there. Due to that, slowly the bridge get damaged, and sometime it may spoil also, sometime it may get completely damaged also. So let us start with our chapter explanation, content explanation. So children, will start from the oxidation and reduction. Here you can see that some reactions are given. In this we will see that how the oxidation and reduction takes place. So first of all, we'll see that many types of substance give reactions called oxidation, and sometime the reduction is there. So let us see one equation. These are chemical equation. First one is 2 Mg plus O2 equal to 2 MgO. So, and second is C plus O2 equal to CO2. MgH2 is equal to Mg plus H2. CH3 bond CH3 equal to CH2 double bond CH2. Now, here we'll see that in the reaction 20 and 21, reactant combined with the oxygen. You have seen here that this oxygen is there. Now, whereas we can see in 22 and 23, hydrogen is removed from the reactant. So here this hydrogen is removed, and here also the hydrogen is removed. So you can see that the chemical reaction in which a reactant combined with the oxygen or loses hydrogen to form the product is called oxidation reaction. So this point you have to underline. Now we'll see next reaction, children. This is the next reaction. Here we'll see that some oxidation reaction are brought about by use of specific chemical substances. For example, we can see here ethyl alcohol CH3CH2OH. So this is ethyl alcohol, and in presence of the oxygen, then K2Cr2O7 oblique H2SO4. So this is potassium dichromate. K2Cr2O7 actually potassium dichromate, and why it is in presence of H2SO4, it become acidic. So here the reaction takes place and acetic acid is formed. So you can see here this acetic acid is formed, and this is the acidic potassium dichromate. Now see the reaction. The acidic potassium dichromate makes oxygen available for the oxidation of reactant ethyl alcohol. Such chemical substance which bring about an oxidation reaction by making oxygen available are called the oxidant or oxidizing agent. So this point you have to underline, children. It is important point. This is very important. So you have to underline this. Now here, children, this all is cancelled for you. This also cancelled for you. Here we can see that now we'll see that potassium permanganate is a chemical oxidant, and we will see how the reaction takes place in case of the potassium permanganate. So 2KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate, then FeSO4, 10 FeSO4, that is ferrous sulfate, then H2SO4, that is sulfuric acid. These all react together, they form the potassium sulfate, MnSO4, and then FeSO4 whole thrice, then 8H2O. This is the reaction. Here we can see that which compound is oxidized. KMnO4 is oxidized in presence of the acid in this reaction. Now FeSO4 or ferrous sulfate is transformed into FeSO4 whole thrice. So here 2FeSO4 whole thrice, that is Fe2SO4 whole thrice. We can see here that 2 plus ions and here 2 minus ions. So they will change to 3 plus ion and 2 minus ion. The net change taking place in the above, we can see that the net reaction as follows: Fe2 plus will change to Fe3 plus. That means ferrous will change to ferric. Here ferrous is changed to ferric. The net ionic reaction represents the oxidation brought about by the KMnO4. Now when ferric ion is formed from ferrous ion, the positive charge is increased by 1 unit. So here we can see that what happened, the ferrous ion loses 1 electron, and we can understand a new definition of oxidation, which is mean the oxidation mean losing one or more electrons. So this is also this way also we can define the oxidation. Now next is, can you tell, this is cancel for you children? CuO plus H2 equal to Cu plus H2O, which is the reaction in this reaction. We can say that in this reaction an oxygen atom goes away from the CuO. So it means that the reduction of copper oxide takes place. So in here you can see that this is the oxygen atom. It combined with this H2 and it form H2O, that is water molecule. So here we can see that this water molecule is formed by the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. So what does it mean? That oxidation of hydrogen takes place. Now we can see that here oxidation and reduction takes place simultaneously. Why? Because from copper oxygen goes and hydrogen accept the oxygen. That means hydrogen get oxidized and copper get reduced. So this way we can see that reduction and oxidation occurs at the same time. So due to this characteristic of reduction and oxidation reaction at a single term is called the redox reaction, that is used in place of two terms. So redox reaction is oxidation and reduction occurs at the same time. Some more example of the oxidation reduction we can see here children, that 2H2S plus SO2 they form 3S. 3S means sulfide is just settle down, then 2H2O, that is the water molecule. Then MnO2 magnesium dioxide and HCl, that hydrochloric acid, they react and they form MnCl2, that is manganese chloride, then water molecule and chlorine. So here that these two questions are given here that you have to do in your assignment book children. Now we will see the luster of the surface of aluminium utensil in the house is lost after few days. Why it lost, that we'll see now. First we'll see here, this topic is cancelled for you, do you know? And here we'll see when the positive charge on an atom or an ion increases or the negative charge on them decreases, it is called oxidation. And when the positive charge decreases or the negative charge increases, that is called reduction. So this you have to learn very nicely because it is very important. this topic full you have to learn. Children, now we'll see the corrosion. This is corrosion activity. In this, what we have to take? We have to take 4 test tubes, 4 small iron nails, and rubber cork, etc. Chemicals we have to take: anhydrous calcium chloride, oil, boiled water, etc. Now, what is the procedure? That we have to take 4 test tube. In first test tube, we have to take the boiled water inside, and we have to put an oil layer on the top of it. Second test tube, we have to take salt water. Here we have taken boiled water, and this is the oil layer. Here we have taken salt water. Here air is only, and in this we have taken anhydrous calcium chloride. In all these 4 test tube we have to put the iron nail, and then we have to leave this test tube for few days. After few days, we will observe all 4 test tubes. We will see both water and air are necessary for rusting. The rusting takes place rapidly in presence of the salt. So, effect of redox reaction also you can see in everyday life. Sometime you might have seen that new vehicle are very shiny. Sometime old vehicle you might have seen they are very dull and reddish colored due to the solid layer of their metallic surface. So this layer is called the rust only. And the chemical formula for the rust is, you can see here, this is the chemical formula for the rust. The rust on the iron does not form by a simple reaction of oxygen with iron surface. The rust is formed by an electrochemical reaction. So this you have to learn. Iron oxidized to Fe2 plus in the anode. So Fe will change to Fe2 plus, that is aqueous, plus 2 electron. Then oxygen is reduced to form water in the cathode region, that is O2 plus 4H plus 4E, that is 2H2O. When Fe2 plus ion migrate from the anode region, they react with water, and the further we can see that it get oxidized to form the ferric ions or Fe3 ions. A reddish color hydrated oxide is formed from the Fe3 plus ion. Fe3 means ferric. It is called rust, and it collects on the surface. So how the reaction will take here, that we'll see here, children. 2Fe3 plus, this is in aqueous form, plus 4H2O, that is in liquid form, it will form Fe2O3 H2O, that is in solid form, plus 6H, that will be aqueous. Now, due to various component of atmosphere, the oxidation of the metals takes place, consequently which result the damage to the vessels. This is called corrosion. Iron result and a reddish when iron rusts, then a reddish colored layer is formed and get collected on the iron substance, whatever it is, vehicle or any substance. This is the due to corrosion only. Corrosion is a very serious problem. So let us see now here. Next topic is rancidity. So this points you have to underline, children. Till here you have to underline. Now we'll see the next topic, that is rancidity. So I have shown you the diagram also, that eating vada pav, eating samosa and all, this is not good for our health, because they are just, this is junk food only. So this we study, this we whatever we are eating now, that they are not using the good oil, because they, whatever oil is left over, that they just use in next days. So this is not good for our health, so we have to take care. Because what happened, that when we use this old or leftover cooking oil for making the food stuff, it is having a foul odor, that is called the rancidity, that is due to rancidity. If the food is cooked in such type of the oil, then their taste also changes. And when the oil or ghee is left aside for a long time, or fried food is left aside for a long time, it undergoes air oxidation and become rancid. Rancidity is the food stuff cooked in the oil or ghee that is prevented by using the antioxidant. That antioxidant I have shown you, that how they are used. Then even sometime you might have seen that children are eating vapors. That also, in that also they are putting the nitrogen in that chips, so that uh, it will it will just help to whatever the toxicity is there, that can be reduced. Then in the boxes sometimes we collect the things and keep them, so there also the oxidation get reduced, so there also we should put the antioxidant. See, the process of oxidation reaction of food stuff also can be slowed down by storing in the airtight container. So this, children, you have to, this is very important. What is rancidity? This points you have to underline, children. So now here your this lecture is over, children. As you all know, important point you have to write in your long book. Study the lesson thoroughly. Whatever doubts are there, that you can clear your doubts. So thank you, and here your chapter get over, children.